And here we go. Welcome again to another episode of Cardboard Conversations. I'm Pat the Pauper, joined tonight by Bob from MTG Gaming. Bob, how you doing, my brother?
Doing well, doing well. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Kind of a slow Magic week, if you ask me.
Yeah, Dominaria United came out this week. Yesterday was full release day, and it seems as though everything's just slowly quieting down. Prices are just doing that normal degrade, and everything seems to be pretty quiet. Not too shabby.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard a whole lot about Dominaria United release, in all honesty. I think there was more buzz last week about it. So it seems to have fallen out of the public eye rather quickly, actually.
Yeah, I think pre-release had a whole lot of excitement to it. And now that since things have finally come out in full release, people are getting their hands on it. And it's not quite the product people are expecting. And personal opinion, hot takes right off the bat, 3% chance to get a Legends card. I don't think a lot of people are super excited about that. And when people are getting them, it seems to be pretty disappointment pulls. Bob, have you seen any Legends cards that have really excited you coming out in any fancy collector packs?
No, none of the collector box openings I've seen have truly excited me. And I think it's just going to be some time before we see that one in, 1,000. Look how long it took to get, neon ink pink cards or whatever, red cards. So it's probably going to be somewhat similar to that. I think it's going to be probably about 10 times rarer to hit a money card out of Dominaria United for the Legends missing legendary cards that are anybody gives a shit about. But I think what's shaping up is it seems to be fairly unanimous that everybody that's been drafting the set has really enjoyed it.
That's something I'm also hearing, is that in a more concise environment, in whether it's sealed, draft, something of that nature, if you're playing in the more standard environment, that it's a very fun set to take part of. And I've got to say, when we did that draft last week, it was a pretty fun time. There's some decent cards in there.
Just we didn't draft them. If we have time tonight, maybe we could pull that off again. I don't know. We'll see what we got going on tonight. So what's on the slate tonight, folks? We've got another episode of Sleeve, Sell, or Shred. And we're going to wait for a little bit before we do that. So Brian mentioned that he heard someone pull the tabernacle. Did you have video footage of that? Do you know where that was at, Brian? Did they put that on
we
YouTube?
need pictures and proof. Send that shit my way. Go ahead and email us down in the links below.
Yeah, I'd be happy to look into that. I had an interesting WotC moment this week. Got my collector box in. As everybody knows, this is a speculative buy for me as a long-term hold as a sealed case. So I got pretty excited. I got my sealed case in. My sealed case of what?
Ooh. Oh, Bob, that's just a big old mystery item.
Missing on this case?
Yeah, something that tells me what it is. You should just put like a question mark on it.
So I had to write on it myself just to know when I put it on my shelf that, oh, shit, yeah, this is Dominaria United. The only markings on the box when it came, besides the stop tape, was this, which is not helpful. It doesn't say anywhere on there what the actual product inside is. I'm not sure quite what to do with it. If I crack it open to verify that it's Dominaria United collector boosters in here, well,
there goes your premium.
Sealed case premium.
Right.
It's, I don't know. Would you call it a misprint box? A misprint case?
Oh,
I would be like, to me, that hurts the value because it doesn't tell you what the F it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's a misprint, but it could be, G.I. Joe cards in there for all we know. So that was, I think that the unfortunate answer is I'm going to have to crack it open just sell
Let's
them
go
off
ahead.
as.
I just put a poll out there. Should Bob keep it sealed?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, once I unseal it, I can't ever go back. Do I send it
Yeah,
into
exactly.
Watsy as, hey, Watsy, what the F?
What the heck?
This is the
Yeah, what's
box
going
that I
on?
got.
Yeah.
I invested in it as a sealed case quantity, but it doesn't even label what's on the case.
Hmm.
And then what would they do? Just send me another case? But what if it tabernacles in that case? What a
Right.
perplexing dilemma.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Schrodinger's case. You never know what's in there. There's 2
Yeah.
legend cards, by numbers in that box.
What if
So
it's a case of legends?
could be the whole thing. Yeah.
What if it's a case of, it's definitely not Double Masters 2022. That's the one case I can tell you that it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the right size.
Uh,
But what if it's a case of Modern Horizons 2? But I'd be happy. Like if I open it up and it's like, whoops, there's Modern Horizons 2.
right.
Okay,
Yeah. But at
cool.
the same time, you could open that up and it's just full of Kamigawa.
AFR.
Yeah. It could definitely be worse.
Because once I open it, and if I tried to return it saying, hey, you sent me a case of AFR, right? And I bought it from a reputable dealer, somebody that I buy from all the time.
Yeah. You get that from P Diggy?
No, I got it from Game Nerds.
Okay.
And the problem is,
that's a tough one. Yeah, right. Imagine it's a case of Crimson Vow. You could,
Crimson Vow would be better than AFR. The worst case scenario is if it's AFR. At
yeah, but
$129
it'd be a
a box.
lot better is if it's a case of what you wanted and it was correctly labeled and you had a good product that you could have fun with. But unfortunately, it seems as though, those stickers come from Watsy. So it just seems as though it's their regular quality assurance department just doing
So
terrible.
all of you people that are conspiracy theorists, sorry for stepping on you, Pat.
No, I haven't.
I'm going to say it again. I've said this before, like when we talked about when they put the what was it, the Double Masters cards in the collector packs of Baldur's Gate with the conspiracy that this isn't a mistake, this is intentional. Bullshit. It's just this kind of quality control that Watsy is famous for, a la curled shit, not putting rares in the Dominaria United collector packs, or I'm sorry, set packs, just all kinds of whoopsie, and they
All
just
the
seem to get away
English
with it.
unmakings that seem to have made their way into Double Masters 22.
Yeah, it's funny how when it doesn't have any kind of conspiracy sort of flavor to it, that people just dismiss the crimped cards. You know what I mean? It's what they even foiled the backside of one card instead of the front for a foil.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think that was around. Was that Crimson? I'm sorry. Was that Kamigawa? Maybe. So, thank you, Pause. Thank you for sharing our stream.
Hey,
I was just showing my unlabeled collector box that I received. Yeah, I wrote the DU on there. There's no label on my set. I'm sorry, my collector box of Dominaria United sealed. The hell do I do with this? I can't sell this.
No
label from Watsy. Fine quality controls again that really F me. Because I believe in case premiums, and I think as we move forward in the future, and you hear other comment creators not necessarily putting their finger on it, I should probably do a video about it. But there are case premiums, right? I think you heard who was it was saying when you buy this, only buy sealed cases. Oh, was it? It was Rudy. It was Rudy, right? It was he's saying it more often now. For things like, I think it was for Double Masters 2022. He says, only buy it in sealed cases. And he was saying it for a different product too. He was saying it for Weiss Schwartz. Only buy sealed cases, and it.
Yeah, for like the Bunko girls and whatnot. Yeah.
Right. I think it's sort of a new vibe. People have been buying sealed cases without saying it publicly. It's not like public common knowledge for truly thinking about it and, getting your product in sealed case quantity, because it didn't matter much previously. But War of the Spark is when you really started getting it. sort of Zendikar, you had some of that. But as we boldly march into the future, case premiums are going to be a thing. And now they just effed me on this one.
Yeah, I mean, between
So
what you could get in Kaladesh and things like that, by buying in a larger
yeah,
quantity, you're ensuring yourself a more guaranteed type chance. If you're running over 90%
well, it's not
chance.
just larger. Yeah, it's not just larger case quantity, because
Mhm.
people were cracking the cases of Kaladesh until they would hit and then sell the other boxes. So if they get lucky and pull one in the first box, sell the other 5 boxes.
Right, and that's what people were supposing about Double Masters
And I know
22
that they
as
were doing that in
well.
stores.
Yeah, there's a lot of chase
Yeah.
products that people have thought in
And
the
I
community that
guarantee you there
that's
are people that
the
did
way
that.
people are going about. Yeah. It would not be surprising by any stretch.
Well, I have the same LGS as Joey Moss. And how this comes into play, case quantity, is when Ground Zero Comics got their sealed case in, I know that he pulled my pack or my sealed box for
Yeah.
Commander Legends 1 from the same box that I watched Joey open 3 of the other boxes. And one of those, he pulled the full art foiled Jewel Lotus. And I went, oh, fuck. Well, that one's not going to have it in there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I didn't even quite, really wrap my head around it yet. And so I know one of my 3 boxes is just about teed, not foiled Jewel Lotus in it, because I not of, and I watched Joey open the other 3 channel and pulled one.
Yeah.
And that was right when it first came out. So that was an unfortunate thing, but it's sort of what started triggering me down that path of sealed cases. And I'm like, So, when possible, I try to buy the case, because especially if there's something chased in it. If I'm just buying it like Commander Legends Baldur's Gate, right? There's no reason. I don't care
One of Bob's
about a sealed
favorite
case
products.
of, Commander Legends Baldur's Gate draft. I mean, I plan to crack it for what it's worth, for not for value. I plan to play with it and crack it in my draft group and have fun drafting Commander, right? That's the whole purpose of it. And a lot of my sealed cases of Commander Legends as well, Commander Legends 1. But when I'm investing in it, it matters. And this is another instance of WotC's quality control pooping on my parade.
Yeah.
Fix it, WotC.
Oh, Coach, you going up to the
There's my
next
rant for the night,
weekend?
guys.
But yeah, it's a bit of a bummer because if you were to get a box sent to you through the mail, if you're buying some Double Masters 22 to hang on to and didn't come with shrink wrap, it would be quite suspect. Same thing if you're buying a sealed case and it doesn't have a label on it. It makes you question the authenticity of the product that you're buying. And when you're spending hundreds on a box like that, there's no way that you want to have any doubt. Fuck that noise.
Oh, it'd be thousands. That cost me $1,300. And that was $210 a box, and they're $250 a box. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah. So the sealed case premium just went out the window. I feel I have to crack it, just to make sure that it's Dominaria United. Because I mean, maybe even like, how would they know? What if they grabbed the box and put it on the table with other boxes to ship, and whoopsie doodle? So I feel like I need to crack it on video, for game nerds, and say, okay, guys, you sent me this case. It's supposed to be Dominaria United, but if I open it and it's Barbie cards, like, hey, dudes,
Right.
you effed up, and I want Dominaria United. Yeah. So at any rate, that's just another. Keep that in mind, folks. When you're out there, it's not. I don't think it's a conspiracy when WotC f's up and things get leaked into different sets and whatnot. They just screwed up. They have poor quality controls. Whoever the hell is in charge of quality control over at Wizards of the Coast, No offense, that person needs to get fired. They're bad. You're
It's
bad. You're
just
bad at
been
your job.
ridiculous.
There's too
Yeah.
much fail on this
I mean,
planet.
people stopped collecting,
And you need to hire some
miscut
people that
cards.
give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, between miscuts and misprints, people just stopped collecting those because of how terrible their quality assurance program is. They just let so much stuff slide that when cards are like offset, it's just not special anymore because they fuck up all the time.
Yeah, there is a serious side of Bob, and I would fire that person. I'd be like, look, this is ridiculous. I'm putting you in charge. I mean, seriously, they have to be aware of quality control issues. If WotC is this big, is a $1 billion company, $1 billion a year company, and they're not aware that they have quality control, they have to be aware. Remember, they fired the guy that did the whole paper thing for was it 2019? I think it was Core 2019, right around that time. They cheaped out on the stock, and that's why those if you have that era of like Core 2019, the cards feel like almost like newspaper in texture. They're very kind of rough texture, and that person got fired. I remember that because the paper was just so quality. And I think
Just
they were
not
cut
up to
corners.
scale. Yeah.
They have to be aware. They have to be aware that they have quality control issues. You know, and they've had other people, you know, leaking shit. They have to be aware of that. They can't be that oblivious. So
No.
I'll ask them that. Shit, I'm going to the VIP tent. I'll be like, hey, are you aware that it's a big issue for quality control? I won't do it on camera. Maybe I should do it on camera if I can. Then they don't.
You should.
God, you know, just seriously, get your fucking shit together, people. I mean, imagine if that was, you know, of course we expect it when we go to like Burger King or Papa John's to have your pizza or your
right. You know, if McDonald's forgets my hash brown, that's one thing. But, you know, if WotC doesn't label my product correctly or send me the wrong thing, God forbid, that's just unacceptable. I mean, for the price, you're spending so much money.
There are just things. There are just things in life. The quality control matters. How would you like your dentist to have poor quality control? Or how about the guy that rotates your tire on your car when he's got poor quality control for putting the lug nuts back? You know, it's
right.
You know, WotC, focus on that. Stop putting out so much product, or take some of the money that you're squeezing out of people and invest that shit. If you have to slow down, look at like Blizzard gets bashed for like their. If you're a Blizzard fan, I mean, I don't know. They've changed hands so many times, but historically speaking, Blizzard would announce a product, you know, and you just knew that their release date was going to get pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. They were perennially late with all their products, and it's because they wanted to put out a good, strong, solid product when they released it. Yeah. And everybody was okay with way more patient to get a better quality product.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Coach. Can you pull up some of these comments, like coaches? $300 there. Like my buddy, the very first box he ever opened was Modern Horizons 2 set box, and we were doing pack battles. He had 29 packs instead of 30 in his very first box that he ever opened. I was like, come on, you're missing packs. You're like, just get your shit together, WotC. It's so bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tear for quality control. And I'm not like hyper anal about stuff, but I'm a little pissed off about this. It's just like one more thing. Let's just keep stacking shit on, WotC. You fucked up. And then I'm going to open it up, and guess what? There's going to be curled shit inside of there. You know, like.
Well, you know, I think it was Coach that put it up there. Maybe it was Brian. Who knows? You could have a whole case of Brothers War. Crazier shit happens, right?
Could. Wouldn't. If there's no label on it, look what it is. It's just.
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
It's like, God, they're so bad. They're so bad. Like,
just make sure you guys subscribe to his channel down below and check out that video when it comes out. Just tune into MTG Gaming Bob, and you can see that on his channel in the next couple of days, maybe.
Oh, I think that's what I'm going to put, like a fiery tag, like WotC's poor quality control forces me to lose money. and I'll crack the case open.
Or Wizard
Just so I can
sends me
verify there's Dominator
unlabeled
United
case.
inside the flipping case.
Mystery box sent by Wizards. That kind of
It's
shit.
so, like, I'm going to bring these pictures to them and show them the fucking case pictures. Like, look, guys, I'm an investor to the tune of about 10 grand a year. Right now, maybe that's chump change for you, Watsy, but it's not to me. I would like to not get screwed on my product.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the terrible things that we
I
have to
believe it was a
question
mistake,
about what
Coach. This
we're
is what I'm
buying
saying.
nowadays. Yeah, handwrite Dominator on the case.
I did, Coach. I did. Here's the case.
Yeah.
I did right there, Dominator United, so that I don't forget what the fuck it is. That's the only markings on the case besides what I had to handwrite. So when I put it on my shelf next to my other sealed cases, I know what goddamn sealed case it is. Right? That's it. That's the whole box, folks. No label anywhere, not printed on the box like many of the other boxes. Nothing.
Travesty,
Just
man.
amazing. Now I've got it on video evidence here forever on Pat the Popper's channel, and I'll have them watch that shit. I'll be like, look, fast forward to it, jokers. Got
Check
the
it
stock
out.
tape on there, everything. Got it from a reputable source. So
Yeah, it's a mystery case. Geez, Louise. Well, happy Saturday night to you and everyone.
They really know
down
to control
there in
shit
the comment
together.
section.
Yes.
Just yeah.
Let's get on to something a little more fun. Why don't we?
Oh, hey, what up, Pack Opening Attic? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I do want to solicit
so,
at least one more person. I don't know if tonight or maybe tomorrow.
Go ahead, yeah.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about when we start covering the boss fight thing. Are you guys in the audience hyped, ready? Let's do some sleeve cell shred.
Do some sleeve cell
see some cards
shred.
to judge.
Are you ready to rumble?
Why don't you get started this week, Pat? I don't know if you started.
Well, tonight I have been recently doing a little bit of a foray into some commander decks I'm not normally doing. So I've been mulling around a couple of different ideas. I've got some crazy brews going. One right here I've been thinking about, Sir Conrad. Another card I've been thinking about, right there, boom. Also, Toxrill, the Corrosive, and Luris of the Dream Den. All these are great cards in my opinion, but if you had to choose one to sleeve up to keep forever and ever, which one would it be? Go ahead, let us know down in the poll that will come up in like the next 60 seconds or so. Do. And Bob, what do you think about these cards? Have you played much black really in Commander?
I'm sorry. I was asking Coach there. He's asking if this buy, sell, or hold. It's very much like fuck, marry, kill. Which one do you sleeve and keep in your collection? Which one do you sell off? And which one do you put in the shredder bin for whatever reason? So I guess we're going with first. You said you're going to start with the sleeve, or this is the one we're going to get married to. Still don't see the poll. Oh no, is my quality going downhill?
Yeah, Bob, you've been kind of going in and out there.
That's what she said. All right, let me see. I'm going to kill that and see if that helps at all.
That's what she said? Well, if you think Toxrill is unfair, go ahead. Don't vote for it. Keep that shit right till the end and make sure that we shred that. Otherwise, what one do you like the most? This is a card that you would want to keep around forever and ever like a sweet little teddy bear. As we look at
Is that any better? Did I recover it all?
Yeah, I mean, you
Am I
look
better?
like you're at 360p, Bob. I don't know what it is. I've got
Oh,
proxies that have higher resolution.
whenever I pull up YouTube's, it starts to really kill my connection.
Der
Mm.
YouTubes. Whenever I'm watching YouTube while streaming, I always make sure to reduce the quality of the video that's playing in the other tab. It's helped me a number of times. And Brian, that's a good point. I've played against the Conrad deck a couple of times, and it's pretty dang good. It's kind of a little bit of gross too. Who knows? Maybe that will be the winner. If you put your vote in, it could be. For the low price of $3 and no cents. So far, we've only got 4 votes, but we've got 6 people watching. Go ahead, put those votes in, people. Right now, it looks like Sir Conrad is well and ahead. The card everyone wants to keep. Oh, Bob, look at you, so fresh and clean.
I don't know. Am I? I'm struggling here.
Hmm.
Killing all the applications that I can. Am I better? You're gonna have
Who
to tell me
knows?
if I'm
Maybe
good or
it's
not.
just the
So,
Midwest.
am I
YouTube
still
does
whack?
take a ton of. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's not the best and it's not the worst. I've definitely seen, further on the scale either way.
I don't have YouTube up anymore. It's now just OBS. Well, OBS and StreamYard.
Hmm. Ooh, right now we're tied, Bob, between Sir Conrad and Luris of the Dream Den. Seems as though people like both of those cards. Tickle Me Pink. Coach thinks that you look quite well though. A smoochy smoochy. Doodle doo doo. Oh, so far we are still tied. Come on, guys. We need one more vote. Someone go ahead and give us that tiebreaker, why don't you?
I'm trying to get
I don't
logged in on
think
my
I can vote.
phone.
No, I can't vote. Someone's going to have to vote for me. Who knows? Someone please break that tie. But yeah, I've been leaning into a little bit of the graveyard shenanigans. It's not really something I ever did before. And seeing all these cards, there's so many options in black that, oh man, I'm really excited to take a foray into this new area.
Well, I use Sir Conrad um, in like an aristocrat stack.
Very understandable. And Sir Conrad, 3 and 2 black for a 5/4 human knight. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. So you're just getting a lot of dings going in, going out, just a whole lot of digging in the bin, as it were. And there it is. Bob, you talked it up, and it seems as though we've got a winner. Sir Conrad is going to be our winner for the first round tonight. Congratulations, sir. You have moved on to the next round. But which one would you sell, get rid of, make some money? Would it be Toxrill? Would it be Luris? Let us know by voting in the poll down below. Yeah, that's right. I'm still doing the voice. Who doesn't like it? Your mom? She loves it. Meow, meow, meow.
Oh boy.
I know, right? Toxrill or Luris? I mean, playing permanents from your graveyard is pretty damn tasty, but the ability of Toxrill just to kind of neuter everybody else's game, there's so much action you can do with this. A little bit gross, but damn, that's a good card. Are you gonna sell it and get some money and just destroy Luris? Yeah, I mean, pack opening addict. He says Toxrill is worth more, so you might as well sell that one, right?
And I just fail suck at life.
Oh wow, we've got 100% so far. Looks as though we've got a heavy bias on Toxrill for this evening. And we've got another vote in still at 100%. It looks like we don't need to keep that going for too terribly long. I think we can go ahead and end that poll in the next 60 seconds or so. Oh, and we have one of our best, highest quality fans here in the comment section below. Everyone, give a big shout out to the Dude Man. Hello, good sir. Ooh, so the Tabernacle pulled is suspect. It starts with a card in his hand, no packaging in sight. He reacts before. Ooh, could be a real pull, but it also could not be. Who knows? Interesting. I like that, dude, man. We'll have to check that video out. So, And we are at 6 votes. We're going to go ahead and call that one a close. It looks like Toxrill is the card that will be sold for money, and Luris will be shredded, destroyed, and fed to the other nightmare cat beasts. Wah, wah, wah. I don't have any cool effects or anything like that. Sorry, guys. No wicked cool video to like pop up or do anything. No fireworks or any of that shit.
I wonder if I clear my cache, if that would help.
Could be. I did that earlier and had to log into like everything.
Do you want me to pull up my cards before I do that, or?
It's all up to you, Bob.
I hate doing tech stuff live on stream. It's so bad.
Well, actually, you're coming in pretty clear right now. Yeah, you look just fine right now.
That's good. I don't want to touch anything. I'm watching the YouTubes on my phone.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Yeah.
Don't mess with
touch it. Don't look at it. Yeah.
I think I'm so tempted to just drill a hole in my effing wall and drop a, corded connection down here into the basement. I should probably swap my studio around and put it on the other end of the room, but God, that's like work. And it's far away from the outlet. Anyways. So it looks like you're shredding ye old Luris.
Oh, which is so sad because now that voting's all done, I can be candid. I've made a Luris the Dream Den deck. It's secretly a rat colony deck. I'm a big prick. Everybody can hate me. Leave it in the comments section below. Oh, Bob, you're not making these choices easy. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. So what was your order for sleeve cell shred on your cards?
So I did sleeve first.
No, I mean, what was your pick? What was your pick on those?
So that first one was Sir Conrad.
No, I'm saying you personally.
Yeah, no, I'd keep Luris around. That's more fun for everybody, I think, and that's something more that's enjoyable. Which is funny because it's like, meh, I don't care. Like what I would do versus what other people enjoy, it's still fun.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the. I mean, I guess we could do it live, but boy, I'd be suspect to introduce that kind of shenaniganry to our stream here. All right, so go ahead. Let's put up the poll there, Patster.
And,
let's see what the audience says. We've already got one monkey, crater hoof, and shred justice. He wants to keep the monkey, sell the crater hoof, and shred the Jace.
Well, let us know. If you've got such a strong opinion, click the buttons in the chat now. I don't know. I find
Yeah,
this.
let us know which of these cards are you most excited to have in your collection.
Yeah,
And
which
that
one
could
of
be
these?
for value, or you just like the art on the versions. When I select these, I select the art versions specifically. So that is the Mythic Edition Jace the Mind Sculptor on purpose. It would be the foil full art Ragavan Nimble Pilferer, and there's just no alternate art for. Well, I guess there is one Craterhoof Behemoth alternate, and I don't really care for it. That's the one that they did for the Extra Life with the kids.
Oh.
When the kids did the art, I like this art.
No, I meant, oh, everybody loves kids. Pat doesn't hate children at all. Pat does not despise little people.
Well, these are sick little people that did the art. So there's a soft spot in my heart for it. A soft spot
Star
in my heart
Spurtin
for
is
it.
her pert.
Miss Burton hurt.
Yeah, you are the
All right, let's get
USDC
some
to
votes
my
in there, folks.
charging port.
Looks like Ragavan is running away with it. 5
Jeez
votes
Louise,
to
they are
keep the Ragavan.
nimbly pilfering the first round of our voting. Look at
Yeah,
that. Hot
I think we could
dog.
just even go ahead and
Yeah.
call it with that. I mean, even if there's 3 votes for anything else, looks like people want to keep Mr. Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy is being kept. All right. So that means round 2. Which of these other 2 are you going to sell? I mean, clearly. Uh-oh. I got rid of me instead of the image. That's
Man, my
sad.
keyboard has been so messed up today. As you can tell by like the extra O's in Crater Hoof. I don't know what the fuck has been happening. I'm gonna smash this shit like it's out of Office Space or something.
So there we go, folks. Which of these 2 jokers are you selling off, and which one is going to head to the shredder bin by default? Who is in the lead here? We got we got some Jace haters out there because there's 2 votes to drop Jace in the bin.
Ooh, that's
We'll
a
give it
3 to
another
2. It's still pretty tight.
we'll give it another 60 seconds here before we close the polling. Get your vote in if you agree with that. Do you want to
Go ahead,
sell
let us
Mr.
know.
Jace, or do you hate him so much you want that Joker to go to the shredder bin? That is the, expensive copy of Jace.
Are we digging a hole for Crater Hoof? Is that what this is?
Oh my God, we got a tie here, folks.
Oh my goodness. This is split just like my ex-girlfriend's knees.
Oh boy. We need a deciding factor. We need someone to dip in here and let us know.
BBD
Which
is going
one
to
of
show up
these
and just
do
show
we
nuts.
shred? It's very tense at the moment. Lots of hate for Jace. Showing some love for the Crater Hoof. Keep it alive. Save the behemoth.
Oh my God. We got 50-50 right down the line. 6 votes. This is just incredible.
And you haven't voted, correct, Pat?
No, I can't because I'm running these things. Apparently, I'm supposed to be, know.
If you guys don't vote, it's going to be up to Pat to determine the fate of these 2 cards. Let's
going to be
give
me.
another
And
10
Bob
seconds.
knows I have a distinct opinion about planeswalkers. Good, bad, or indifferent. You will not know unless you vote right now.
All right, we'll give you another 10 seconds or so, and then we're going to wrap it up so we can move on with the show.
Speaking of wrapping it up and moving on, boy, my ex-girlfriend.
Ba-dum-bum. We need
that right there. Much like ending the relationship, we're going to end the poll as a split 50-50.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go right ahead. Let's look at these. Let's get real close on these cards, guys and girls. Now we've got a planeswalker versus a beast. Ooh, a 2 and 2 blue pips versus 5 and 3 green pips. But when Crater Hoof Behemoth enters the battlefield, people give a shit. Versus groaning when another bullshit planeswalker enters the battlefield. Opinions Pat has. Planeswalker he hates. Crater Hoof wins the round.
All right, so it looks so when you say wins, you mean you're shredding Jace? of
Oh,
selling the free
I'm
hookup?
gonna put that thing in the garbage.
Okay, setting Jace on fire.
That's
Chandra
right.
pyroed his ass. And there we have it, folks. Sleeve,
Boo,
sell,
Jace.
shred for this week.
As fun as it was. Boo, Jace.
So hopefully that was fun for you guys out there. Wrap it twice. Yeah. How about just better choices? Better life choices, Patty.
Well, hey, thanks, dude, man, for stopping by. It's been a pleasure. As
Yeah,
always, you
thanks
take
for
care.
popping in. Appreciate the support for sure. I love this sleeve sell shred segment. I think it's doing pretty well for us. Please let us know what you guys think in the comments. If you want us to
Yeah.
continue to do this on a weekly basis, or if you'd rather have it be occasional, or you hate it. Sleeve sell shred and shred the sleeve sell shred.
Right.
Do
Are we
we
gonna sleeve that up and keep it for next week, or are we gonna shred
shred
that
it?
up and get rid of it?
I think it's a good segment. I mean, of course I do. I came up with it, but that's a little
Yeah, I
biased.
mean, outside of that, viewership seems to be up for it, and we also get to have an interaction with the audience. That's one big thing for me, is that we get to have a little bit more direct communication. It's something that the people out there that we're entertaining, that we're making this show for, they get to have a little bit of fun with it too. So it's nice to
Yeah.
do that for them. If you guys don't like it, put me a little fuck off in the comment down below. Yeah, do that.
Absolutely.
Or don't. It hurts my feelings.
There's a comment for you.
I'm a
From
grown
Coach.
up, but that shit still hurts.
Do you see the?
Oh god, Bob often makes me.
Am I a Jedi? Do I make you not smoke cancer sticks and go think about your life?
These are
That's
not
a
the
Star Wars
boxes you're
reference, by
looking
the way.
for.
I don't know if you guys saw that in Star Wars, from one of the terrible Star Wars. With the, I don't remember what they call them. Did they call them cancer sticks? I can't remember what they call them.
Ah,
Anyways,
I'm not much of a Star Wars guy.
oh, boo, big Star Wars guy, bigger Lord of the Rings guy. I'll tell you what, I had conversations. That's what, if you guys really want to know, besides my irritating box this week, and I shared that on the Jake and Joel server, Discord server. Besides binge watching the shit out of Trailer Park Boys and Bob Ross,
Bob Ross,
watching the Lord of the Rings. This week was a
hey,
little slow.
hey.
I like the show, but this week it was like, all right, get on with the plot, folks. Hey, Mr. DJ, thanks for stopping in. Outside of that, for as far as Magic Talk, a lot of it revolved, and I'm watching other content creators, something that I touched on months and months ago with Matt. You can go check out our wallet fatigue video from last year sometime. But that seems to be a big topic out there, wallet fatigue. And, as part of that, I'm going to try to take a more positive spin on it. I mean, wallet fatigue is not new to me. To me, wallet fatigue really started hitting in when they really started ramping up production. It's not just how many new sets. When you put different buying options in, it's like, well, do I buy, instead of just a draft box? A lot of people bought one draft box and that was it, and put it in their collection, or bought two. But now it's like, okay, do I buy a draft box and a set box, or a set box, or a collector box, buy a draft? And it's like
Absolutely.
You've multiplied the products themselves, right? It's not just what you show for, how many standard sets. Each one is a product in its own right, and they all appreciate at different rates. The collector boxes versus the draft boxes versus the set boxes. They don't, the tide doesn't rise equally for all those things.
And I think that's one of the reasons why some restaurants do so much better, is that they limit the amount of things that you're able to order. When you go to a fancy restaurant, right? Something with cloth napkins, you've got a maitre d', padded seat, 3 different forks, that kind of stuff. Boom. You're only getting 20 different options for the entirety of the menu. Whereas you go to a buffet, oh, you don't know what to get. There's 30 different options and they're all kind of crud. Now, that's one of the problems that we're running into now. You've got a commander deck for everything. You've got a set. You've got a collector. We were just talking about this on DJ's show. If you haven't, you should check him out Thursday nights. That shit's pretty fun. And we were talking about how the remastered set for Brothers War, now that's going to have a draft and a collector's box. What the fuck? I mean, come on. You're making a specialty product, but you're splitting it down the middle. So 2 things are special or neither? I'm kind of towards the neither portion of it, sadly.
Yeah, as much as I like the collector boxes and the appeal to whales, I really think that they should kind of get rid of that. Go back to just draft-only boxes. All of the different variants, if you want to put them in, make them chase in the draft boxes, but put them all in the draft boxes, right? Let's take all your fancy dud stuff and just put them in the draft boxes, in my opinion. Get rid of the set, put list cards in the draft boxes. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we were dealing with when we had other Masters sets before Double Masters 22. It was one product. This is the premier, this is the flagship, this is the only entry for this product. That's how it used to be for literally decades. And as fun as it is to have all foil fancy cards in a pack, as we saw with Adventures in Forgotten Realms and the Innistrad sets more recently, you can make a collector pack and jam it full of bullshit. So what I need is one good product that's worthwhile. I mean, it sounds like a lot to ask, but it also really fucking doesn't.
No, I think people, look at Time Spiral. Nobody was complaining. Why don't we have set and collector boxes? People just love it. And they see Time Spiral. Do you ever hear, oh, man, I hate this set because it didn't have a variety of stuff? No, people are like, oh, I love Time Spiral. I think that would be a wise choice to narrow it down. Like you said, I mean, if you've ever been to like truly fancy restaurants out there, folks, and I'm not that fancy, but like the really high end, when you're talking dropping $1,000 on dinner kind of places I've been to, and that which is very infrequently, the menu, like Pat says, I remember the first time I went to one of them super fancy things, and they had too many fucking forks and knives and shit, and silverware was chilled, and I knew none of this garbage, and I got the menu, and there were literally like you didn't pick shit a la carte either. Like the really, really high end stuff, there's like 5 things on the menu. That's it. There's 5 different courses that you can pick, and it's the whole schlemizel, including your whatever. They don't even always have salads. Salads is not really a thing in really super fancy
right.
places.
You get an amuse bouche instead.
You get it's like multi-course stuff, but it's just like 5 things, and they don't even put prices on it, folks.
No. That's not how
like the really fancy stuff.
Yeah,
but the reason
if you're going there, you just pay for whatever it is. Yeah,
and that's if you even understand what's on it, because they had words on it, like you said, like an amuse bouche, and I'm like, I don't know what half this shit is that's on this menu, but it's because the discerning taste doesn't need to have 25 different things with different options a la carte and salad this and that. It's just and they're very successful. They're very successful, and I think Watsy would do well to learn from that, sort of guiding your people to where they need to go. I think that what they should do instead of making all these different products in each set is make products like Double Masters 2022. Have a whale set out there that is not for everybody to buy.
Right.
And
make the specialty products, put them out and make them special.
But that is the release.
On it, put the value in it.
Right. And you don't need to have multiple streams on that one. It's just they're all collectors. Make your specialty double bubble, triple flippy, whatever. And that is your specialty product for the year. And that's what the whales target, and have something to invest in. And there's going to be shit in there that you just can't get anywhere else, and make chase cards even within that. The really, really super valuable stuff. Like they need to refine what they're doing. It feels like a shotgun blast. And they're just looking to see what sticks, and it's throwing spaghetti at the wall, however you want to term it. And I think that they, in order to satiate people and get past the wallet fatigue, the only cure for wallet fatigue is to cut down the speed and the breadth of products. That's the only cure for it, because people aren't going to suddenly start making 30, 40, 50, 100% more pay on average. It's just not going to happen. So I agree with diversifying, but they need to be more discerning. They've diversified without discerning. It's just more for more's sake. And they're going to lose people. Yeah, it's like we were talking about it on DJ show, and I agree. You know, when talking about like the video game collector market, when people have missed out on something, they just cash out. They're like, "Oh, well, I missed out on that set, so now I don't
Right.
have everything, so I'm out. Fuck it."
Yeah, and I think that in a lot of different things, when I look at investing, same thing with, some of the companies I look at, even Tesla, that's a pretty fair example. A lot of people believe that they've missed out on the easy money. Yeah, well, if it still keeps going up, you haven't missed out. It's like anything. If you think that Dominaria is going to be worth 400 a box, well, it's like 250 or some shit. Buy it now, it's still going to go up. Yeah, of course it was cheaper at one point and you didn't get it then, and you can't get it then. You can just look at it and reevaluate and see if it's worth it now.
I
It's
agree.
sad that so many people believe that, hey, the money train is gone. No, no, no. That thing's like a money highway. You just get on a little bit later when there's more traffic. That's all that shit is.
Now, that being the case, are there premium times to purchase something,
To
and
say.
how do you know what to buy coming down the road? And I hate Pat and I have talked about this. So yeah, this is financial advice. So listen up to my
Yeah.
suggestions here. And we went through like the product releases for next year, and the question was asked looking at all the standard sets that are coming out. What am I interested? What am I going to buy? Do you remember what I said, Pat?
I believe he said he was just going to save his money and he was going to go to Thailand. He was going to.
It was pretty close. But that's, I mean,
I might have been
it's
a little
true.
bit off. Sometimes we drink when we're off air. What can I say, guys?
But the what I've noticed, just looking back at the last few years, especially because, looking at 10, 15 years ago is sort of irrelevant to the current state of Magic.
It's
But
so
it
different.
seems that the standard sets do not fare anywhere near as well as specialty sets. I don't know how else to explain that. So the specialty sets, your time spirals, your double masters, your modern horizons, those tend to do better. Your Commander Legends, one at least, they really effed Commander Legends too. But focus on those sets. So when it was asked of me, which set am I looking forward to, at least from a financial perspective, none of them. None of the sets that have been announced on the timeline, because I don't plan to invest in standard. Standard, I want to look at now. Will I buy some standard? Yes, but I don't look. I buy Magic products for different reasons. Some to crack, some to play, some to invest in. So I'm going to be targeting the two sets that I'm aware of next year. And it really kind of throws me off because I wasn't expecting the Dominaria remastered. I knew the Lord of the Rings was coming. Lord of the Rings is going to be the straight to modern set. And, well, they've done well with Modern Horizons 1 and 2. So
Well, see, that's part of my worry on that is
I
specifically
agree.
that they've done so well with Commander Legends until they didn't. And I worry that they'll do this straight to modern and everybody's clamoring over the new entry of reprints, and oh, it's going to be Lord of the Rings, it's going to be such a great new foray into this IP, and I just worry it's going to be like chicken patties at a school lunch, just mediocre at best. That's my tempered excitement for it, because I'm a decent enough fan of Lord of the Rings. I enjoy that shit, and it would be quite fun to go ahead and play some of that stuff in Magic the Gathering format, but I want to see it done tastefully. I want to see it done in a quality way. I don't need everything up, down, left, right. I don't need commander decks and all that shit. Oh, what imagine if they make modern decks or something? Just another way to ilk money out of you.
Yeah, I mean, I hear definitely what you're saying, but that's a problem with all sets, right? Now, what's different about the Lord of the Rings is, yeah, they have not done a bang up job on the crossover IPs of making them actually really, really good. I mean, Ikoria is pretty good.
Yeah,
But you know, with the D&D, I feel like they were just leaning on it for the IP, and it just both
yeah,
sets are like, oh, so D&D to me is toxic in Magic.
yeah.
Um, I think that a lot of the crossovers, like the Walking Dead, are very meh. The Street Fighter is very meh. You
Mm,
know, I'm not sure about the Warhammer, but I'm feeling that it's going to be pretty meh. The Fortnite, pretty meh. It's
right.
it's unfortunate that they seem to bank on IP carrying a product rather than it being a good product. So
Well,
that's my biggest
that's
concern with
yeah,
Lord of the Rings is that it seems like they have this crutch of, oh, we don't need to make it that banger. People are going to buy it just because it's Lord of the Rings.
right. You know, they put
Mm.
that $3 million budget into advertising and rights to a new product instead of putting it into quality assurance and play testing to really put in a fun, exciting time. Party was one of the most disappointing mechanics. It
Terrible
was
mechanic.
abandoned before we got
So
into
bad.
D&D.
It was bad. It was very
Yeah.
bad.
And,
Um,
even just bringing back domain, a mechanic that's already previously been used, and it's quite well accepted again as a new entry. A lot of people are like, oh, hey, I've never heard of this before. Basic lands matter. Oh, hey, this is a fun little thing. Yeah, that's way fucking better than Party was. Yeah, I'm just,
it is better than Party was, but not by a long stretch. I'll be honest with you, Domain's going to get abandoned pretty quickly because most people, they don't want to play more than two colors, and Domain is pretty flat at two
yeah.
colors. So I think it's not going to have a lot of extensive reach except for maybe in Commander, but I don't see anything that's like backbreaking in Domain. There's nothing
Mm,
super backbreaking with Domain.
right.
Um, so that being said, that is my biggest concern about the Lord of the Rings set is that they're going to lean into the IP too much and not actually make it a great set. So word of caution on that, even though it's one of my target sets for next year, and I'm going to buy some just because I love Lord of the Rings. So I'm going to have some. I have some D&D. I'm going to buy some Lord of the Rings. I'm going to crack some Lord of the Rings, even if it's a complete hot garbage mess. But the other savior out there is the Dominaria Remastered. That's
Mm,
another specialty set that we know is coming. Now, the unfortunate part of that, and think about this, folks, because it's going to be a real thing when you get there. That's right after Christmas. And most people feel the Christmas hangover.
yeah, pretty tight right about then, huh?
Yeah. Money is not exactly flowing really strong post Christmas. All sales are down everywhere.
Uh,
So if you want it,
hard
start
times.
saving your ducats now, which means you may have to miss out on Brothers War. You may have to miss out on Infinity. You may have to miss out on some of these secret layers. You may have to miss out on your
Yeah.
Warhammer 40K decks. That's how this works, folks. That's how you invest nowadays because it just comes too fast. And I have a feeling that the Dominaria Remastered is going to be short printed. I don't think it's going to be a
Yeah.
print to demand set. We don't
Yeah,
know. I haven't heard
I
anything.
think there'll probably be a couple of cards that are going to be more chase than people are expecting. In all honesty, I think we've got a new Elder Gagroth with the Silverback Elder and Shieldred. That's a fun little shit postcard. And there's also a White Angel. I think I saw 2/2 white that did some Luris type shenanigans, casting a permanent of 3 or less from your graveyard. Fun cards.
Oh, you're talking about Dominaria United.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
was talking
and
about Dominaria Remastered.
oh, you think Dominaria Remastered is going to be short printed?
Yeah, did I say United? If I did, I'm just an old man. You have to deal with me. Yes, and it is Sarah Paragon.
Yeah, Sarah
But
Paragon.
they short printed the shit out of Time Spiral Remastered, which helped the value. And if they learn it all, Dominaria Remastered should also be short printed. And I think people are going to feel the pinch of Double Masters 2022 collectors, being shorter printed than the draft boxes.
Boy, I
The
hope
whole thing is
someone's
going to
got
be
2
short printed.
boxes of it, and I want those things to go to the moon.
Well, I mean, I think they'll go up. I think the to the moon investment mentality. Rudy said it, and I agree with him. Like this is the hangover phase. If you look at the spike in Magic products, like going up rapidly, even like Double Masters, and expecting that to be the performance of Double Masters 2022 is just not realistic.
Yeah, I mean,
And
yeah, it isn't. I mean, it's a trading card game. It's fucking ink and cardboard. To think that it instantly comes out and boom, it's double, triple its value, you got to be high on drugs to do so. It is great to speculate and hope and dream for that, but sitting on it and waiting, knowing that it has some intrinsic value slowly over time, that's the way to do it. This isn't a hot flip and trade kind of a thing. Just doesn't make sense in this market.
so I also highly recommend, when you're making your purchases, especially if you're talking about for investment purposes, buy what you would personally not mind being stuck with and going, oh, well, I'll just crack it then.
Yep.
Like, don't put yourself in a financial pinch.
Yep.
Don't avoid your real investments, like your home, your 401ks, other things that appreciate normally, traditional investments. That is the wise thing to do. I do it, and then I buy my Magic on top of it as a diversification thing, because it can go up, and if I get stuck with it, first off, I can afford it.
Yeah, it's something
Secondly,
you enjoy. Yeah,
it's something I enjoy. So it's not like crypto, where if I invest in it and just because I can afford it, that it's something I enjoy. There's nothing I can do with it except watch it go pew like a rock in the lake.
Yeah, what do you do with Dogecoin? You can't play it with your friends. You can't give it to a son. It's
Magic's a very different animal. It's a fun investable. However, I realize that everything sitting on my shelves can go to zero. That's not really true, but you guys get what I mean. We say go to zero. Excuse me. We can say it goes to zero. None of it's ever going to go to zero. It's always going to have some intrinsic value to somebody out there. There's 20 million people that play. A sealed box is going to have value. Look at all the dead games out there and go price them out on eBay. Shit still has value. So, yeah, things will always have value into the future, or Magic products will always have some value. It may not have the high value that they have nowadays. And the single cards, I'm going to tell you this right now, the single cards, if the game dies, if the game goes out of print altogether, single open cards will get hit harder than sealed product for value, intrinsic value. They just will. Yeah. That's just the way it goes. Look at other card games that have died. The card values plummeted, but the sealed value is still, relatively kind of there, maybe cut in half. But cards, when the game dies, don't cut in half. They go to like 5-10% of what they were at their highs. So sealed is always, in my opinion, a smaller risk in Magic than. That's why I fight so hard to keep a lot of it sealed, because it's a lower risk.
Keep it sealed.
Yeah. But have fun with it too. If you get stuck with it, or you just feel like doing it, and you're in a financial place in the future that you're like, you know what? I bought these boxes 10 years ago at $100. I'm making
textured cards. Get the fuck out of here, Brian. No, make stuff less special. Like it sounds awesome and everything, but it's just like, how much can you evolve one Pokemon? It's just I just want one card that's special. Like, just make them old frame and foil. That's really cool. Just don't do a lot of them, and it's special just because of that. Like,
yeah, I really feel that they would benefit and probably have greater sales if they gave us less. Let's think of it this way. And boy, I'm about to get a little
put the hat on.
Controversial. Think of it when you meet a girl. how much more are you willing to buy before she gives it up? Right? Watsy, are you listening? Are you listening? When you give away the cow with the milk, it's not that special. And people are just like, I don't need to buy it. I already got the cow. And, just like with the sets, if everything is special, like, oh, pack after pack after pack after pack, do I need to buy another box to get a time-shifted foil? No, not if every pack has one in it.
Every pack. Yeah. That's what's terrible about this is, we were in Double Masters 22, collector boxes, 3% of packs, and you could get a textured foil. Now people are getting textured foils in Dominaria United, and they don't even know that they're fucking getting them because it's like a different process. It's all around the border, and it's not cool. It's not fancy. It's not special. It doesn't stand out. It's not unique. Why even do it? Do less, make it more impactful. And that's the thing. You watch Jane Silent Bob. When Silent Bob talks, people listen because he doesn't say much.
Well, Brian, I don't know that I would point to that, and I don't know that that's necessarily an apt thing. They gave us
Commander
It
Legends.
felt very mislabeled. It felt overpriced. As far as the dragons, people actually, I think they're holding a higher value than they really should, simply because they were so damn rare.
No, Bob, don't tell it short. We know that you really think those dragons are good. We all know that that's something you want to keep. He's just trying to keep the market down. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do because I give a shit about Baldur's Gate.
Oh, wow. Hot take right there from Pack Opening Addict. He says Dominaria United textures are better than double 22 textures.
Oh, you mean by the look, or there's just more of them? I agree. Yeah, there's a greater amount for sure. I do think that they look really good. The problem is, like when people open them in a pack, like go watch box openings of people getting the Dominaria United textured and how the opener reacts, as opposed to somebody that opens a textured foil in a Double Masters 2022 collector box. They drop the cards, they shit themselves and ring bells, and when they open them in Dominaria United, they're like, is this card different? It looks different. What's wrong with this card? It's like,
yeah, is something going on? Is this?
And even when they know, they're like, yeah, there's a textured foil, and they just go on to the next. It's like, okay,
yeah, and I mean,
that's not what they're looking for in the pack.
Yeah, it's very, very different. I don't know. I guess I'm a fan of less is more. Even with the showcase cards, sometimes maybe they shouldn't do a showcase for every single release either. Maybe your standard sets are fucking standard. How about that? You don't make it so super exciting and flashy. It's just for those people that want to turn it over, and you make that shit cheap. Keep that stuff $80 a box. Don't put all that fancy stuff in it. All the fancy additions, but put good cards in it.
I feel what you're saying, pack opening. I agree, but that's sort of our point, is they could have been super special. Now imagine if they had put that treatment on just 20 cards, just the mythics, and it would have been in the last spot in the pack. Right? Make that the specialty thing. Make it rare instead of in every pack that maybe there's one in a box. I think that would be fine. So it's like it doesn't feel special is what Pat and I are getting at, because they're just making too many options. It's too much stuff. So they need to chill out. I agree with Pat. I would love to see it return back to just draft boxes and just take all these specialty things, put them in the draft boxes. And if you want the whales, just buy more draft boxes, right? Make them rarer, harder to hit, and make the whales buy more cases.
Or they can go ahead and continue to buy older product that continues to slowly go up over time.
Well, and I'm okay with like the mythic release kind of stuff too for the whales. They need a product to target whales for sure. but
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be in every set. Whales don't want to buy every set. They want to buy things that have value. So it's okay if they put out one high value set per year. And the average Joe out there, it's not for them. Put out most of the sets that are targeted at everybody. Right? So that the masses don't feel left out. And then if you only had the one or two menu items per year that target the whales, they buy those and don't care what the price is on the menu.
Oh, and speaking of one or two options and feeling left out, next weekend, I will not be participating in the cardboard conversations. I'm going to be camping in Maine with BBD and the boys. So you'll have to tune in to MTG Gaming Bob next weekend for live news over on his channel.
Yeah, we'll try to make that happen. It didn't go so hot last time when we tried to fill in for the indomitable Pat the Popper, but hopefully we can get our shit together a little better this time.
Yeah, YouTube can be a bit finicky. As annoying as it is to use StreamYard, it's surprisingly a good service. It works out well enough.
Well,
And
wasn't a StreamYard issue. It was a Bob and Matt issue. And my apologies.
Matt's not exactly known for his tech capabilities.
So
his
at any rate,
yeah,
we'll try to do something next week for folks. I haven't really had my finger on the pulse because I'm scrolling through a lot of the content creators, and it's just a lot of rehashing stuff and
right.
People are openings, and it's not my thing.
Release. Oh, check this bullshit out that everybody else is doing. It's the same thing everywhere. That's one of the things I like about Pack Opening Addict is that, yeah, he's opening the new shit, but he's also got like, oh, hey, whoever wins gets like a Theros collector pack. So it's like, oh, hey, cool. You're spicing it up. You get a lot of the new and some of the old. Joey, yeah, cool. I'm just going to destroy stuff. Nah, come on, fuck off. Nah, depending where we sleep, pause. It's in Maine.
So yeah. I think the only other newsworthy thing I saw was the Ellis Norn, which may or may not be real. I don't know. Even if it is real, I don't think it's busted.
No, I don't think it's super good, and I don't think it's super bad. It's the right amount of. It could go either way. If a creature comes in on your side, they get 1/1. So you just keep making creatures.
Till end of turn.
Yeah. And then same thing on the opposite side, where if they're making creatures, then they're getting -1/-1. So, I mean, you can go ahead. You can throw stuff over on their side. Yeah, see, Brian's got his opinion out already. Who knows? We'll have to wait for another fucking year or whatever. I don't know. They're probably going to push this shit back worse than Unfinity. That's Unfinity's joke. The joke for Unfinity is that they're never putting it out. There will
unreleased. That's what the next set will be.
Yeah, unreleased. Yeah, fuck me.
The set that never releases. Oh man, I don't know if the Ellis is fake or not. That's neither here nor there. But that was the only other like newsworthy thing that I saw this week. Not a lot of like I said, not a lot of talk. Mostly people talking about wallet fatigue that I've seen everywhere, and price. Economics are tough for everybody at the moment. It's not just wallet fatigue; it's also recession time, and
yeah, man, I did some.
Summer's ending, and kids are back in school, and it's the tighten the belt time before the holidays, so you have some scratch to drop on the loved ones, and it's just kind of a tougher time at the moment compared to last year and the year before with all the stimmy checks and whatnot going on, and now is the hangover time. This is the time that the industrious ants are reaping what they've sown, and the grasshoppers, well, they're struggling because and if you guys aren't familiar with the ant and the grasshopper, go read the fable. I'm not going to go over it right now.
Oh, nice. Warhammer 40K spoilers start Monet.
They're in Monet art form.
Yep, they're doing a new art style.
That's also not how you spell Monet.
Instead of stained glass, they're going to go Monet.
But that's not even how you spell Monet. But
Bob,
M-O-N-E-T.
I'm just trolling anyways. Don't take this from me. I'm just being a dick.
Bob is being Bob.
And watch my channel.
We know, Brian. We're making fun of this point, which signals it's probably about time for us to to start thinking about wrapping it up here when we're already down to where we're trolling our own audience.
I am looking at getting some more proxy cards sent in from makeplayingcards.com, an incredible site, not yet sponsored, looking to be. So go ahead, check them out. I gotta say, I love what they do, and you can choose from thousands and thousands of different pieces of fantastic artwork. So I really enjoy them. So I'll probably go ahead and make like a relentless rats deck and just be really mean to random people on Spell Table.
Wow. Well, speaking of that, I would like to play against your Relentless Rats deck with my Turbo Hug deck. So we're going to be looking for somebody who wants to play some Spell Table with us. I need to play test my Turbo Hug deck for the Vegas MTG 30. So if any of you are interested, please, drop us a line, put a comment here, send us a message some way, smoke signals, email, whatever.
Yeah, Bob's got one of those emails.
I do.
He can use his flip phone to check it even.
Right. Well, yeah, I have to dial up on my AOL first. But yeah, so I would like to pull somebody else, and we're gonna need one more if that's POA tossing his hat in the ring. Not sure when we're gonna do this.
Snortle. Hey man, that shit's fun for me. Only me.
I've also been playing a lot of World of Warcraft because of it's an exciting time. In case you're not familiar with World of Warcraft, for the nostalgia types, I'm playing the classic version, and they're about to release a Wrath of the Lich King, which is like their, it's their Urza Saga. That's the expansion that's probably the most well remembered in history. And I would have to say, like, there's a poll. We should probably like get, put up a list. Would you guys like to do that? Start seeing more lists on the channel and put things up, like put up, I don't know. We'll go through eventually all 140 sets and see which ones are the most beloved sets of all time and boil it down. Maybe even trim out a bunch of garbage that we just, like the Dragons.
Oh, yeah. We should do like a whole league of sets. That'd be fun. Do like a hot 64 or whatever and trim down just the best stuff.
We'll put them in brackets like March Madness.
Yeah, exactly. And just do a giant bracketing thing the whole time. That'd be real fun. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do something like that. And if you're watching it here now and you start doing it, fuck everybody.
We have seen that a few times. The things, I don't know if it's just coincidental, but bigger content creators sometimes will see what we're doing and wow, that's amazing. We just talked about that and now they're doing it.
Oh, weirdest thing. They started doing this.
Oh, it's funny. But yeah, so there we go. That was just a brain baby that Pat and I sort of co-authored right here. The magic best sets of all time playoff bracket.
Just watch us have a baby for our stream.
Right? There we go. Brain babies being born. So anyways, so look forward to that. We'll try to make it somewhat well, at least we'd like to have it interactive. I don't know how we're going to do that. We'll have to go like bracket by bracket and then just week over week. I don't want to do it all in one show.
Yeah. We could do, between 4.
You'll have to tune in every week. That means, folks.
That's the thing. Y'all going to have to stay tuned. You're going to have to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're alerted every Saturday evening when we go live with a new bracket based upon your decisions every single evening. Or some shit. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not paid for those voiceovers yet.
I don't think I ever will be. I need to be paid for brain overs is what I need to be paid to do.
But, geez, yeah. Ugh.
At any rate, I think that might be something cool. Let me know if you guys are interested. Put it down in the comments if you'd like to be part of that. And if you're watching this after the live show, make sure you tune in on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Remember, next weekend, that would be September 17th. Not going to be on Pat Popper's channel. We'll try to do something on the MTG Gaming Bob channel. But coming soon to Cardboard Conversations near you, We'll try to get that best sets of all time. Now, it'll probably have to take the place during those weeks of the sleeve cell shred, but we'll keep that as part of our repertoire that we can do and we can
Yeah.
return to after the set battles of all time, the epic set battles. Um, you know, we'll see. I don't know when we need to kick that off. I definitely want to put some thought into it and have a nice sort of visual interface that we can
Yeah.
do.
I got a couple of really interesting brainstorm ideas already for this, like graphic stuff that can come up. I started talking with a graphic artist, so we are trying to spice up the channel here. So you'll actually in the next couple of weeks start seeing some new stuff coming along with it. Nothing too crazy, no lights and flares or anything, but might start getting like a little intro going, a little bit of an outro, that kind of shit. So just something to, treat you guys a little bit. So if you're watching the show, you'll go ahead and get a visual treat.
Yeah. And I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. This has been hopefully it's been fun. Thanks for letting me rant and rave about watch these quality control issues. We're in the doldrums, folks. This is what I call the doldrums. If you're not familiar with it, go look it up. This is a slack time, which I said would be happening, and it's unfortunate to say right after right at release weekend that it's sort of a slack tide. It's not much happening because honestly, with most sets, the build up to release is sort of the hypest time of it, not after release.
Yeah.
So
Now you can go ahead and quote Bob right there. The most exciting part is the build up to release, not the release itself.
yeah, giggity, sister in your dryer. At any rate, I think that's probably going to wrap it up for me tonight, folks. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you spending your time and giving us your time. Time is the most valuable thing that we all have. Thanks again for coming, guys, week after week. We really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I gotta absolutely get right on that same train. This has been incredible. Not just talking with you live here, Bob, but chatting with everybody down there in the comment section. So thank you very much for spending some of your Saturday evening with us. Until next week, I'm Pat the Popper. That's been MTG Gaming Bob, and you are incredible.